This is Pat Salber with Health Innovation Media, and I'm delighted to be here today at the Siemens booth. And what we're going to talk about is hearing aids. And I have with me today Eric Branda, who's an audiologist and works with Siemens on their new hearing aid devices, which are award winning. And we want to hear about that in a minute. But first, I want to start out by saying, it's really interesting. I look at these cool little hearing aids and I say, you know what? This is not my grandmother's hearing aid. Tell me about these new things.
And it is definitely not your grandmother's hearing aid.
Hers was big and beige and pretty ugly.
We've done a lot to get a lot of processing in the instruments, so they're very sophisticated and always prioritizing miniaturization because we don't want to have a stigma with it. We want it to be very comfortable for someone to wear. And with these, we have just a thin wire. We have a little receiver. The speaker goes right in the ear, and all the processing happens right in the chip. And what we started doing also is having the instruments communicate with each other. We actually have wireless technology, so the left and right hearing instruments are always talking to each other, always in synchronization with each other.
Not buzzing and whistling like they used to?
Not buzzing and whistling. In fact, the whistling of old, we've done a lot to take that away. And the old test of, is my hearing aid working? Hey, it's whistling. Goes away because we actually can help cancel those signals out. The hearing aid will detect that whistling and say it's not a signal we want to hear and eliminate it.
So it's really high quality audio, which is terrific. But I think one of the other things that we've talked about earlier that's great about these devices, and what I think you won your award for, is these things are programmable with the kind of tools that we're using in our everyday life now. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Exactly it. So the first thing we would do with an instrument is configure it to the individual hearing loss. So whatever degree or configuration of the hearing loss, fine tune it specifically for that hearing loss. And then we want to bring in things like connectivity. We want people to use their phone. We want to watch TV without having to disturb others while watching it. So one thing we introduced and has won awards a couple years ago with CES is the miniTek. And miniTek is a Bluetooth streaming device. And here I can have a TV transmitted to here. I can have my phone transmitted here. I can pair it with my computer. I can even plug an iPod or other MP3 player.
I can listen to my audiobooks through my hearing aids.
You can listen to your audiobooks through the hearing aids.
No more separate headphones.
Nothing separate. It'll stream it right in there. And this also can allow me to change the hearing aid. If I need to turn the volume up or change the program, turn it down, I can do all of that through the miniTek. And what we're talking about at CES this year is we've come out with an app. So I can show it on a tablet here, but it's an app that you can also have on your phone, of course.
So Hard of Hearing, there's an app for that.
There's a Hard of Hearing app. And this will allow you to control the hearing aid. So rather than fumble with the button or use a foreign-looking remote control, you're just texting. Looks like I'm texting, maybe I'm playing a game, when I'm actually changing my hearing aid. I'm turning it up, changing the program, or selecting my phone to talk on, or selecting a TV to watch.
So it's my understanding that I can use this to program it to my environment. So if I'm in a really noisy restaurant out for my date night, and I want to be able to hear you talking, I can use this to program it to filter out all that noise and amplify your voice.
Yeah, so what would happen is the hearing aid will automatically adjust for that environment, or we can actually have a special program in the hearing aid, and you would just pull this out and go right to that program. Or we have other devices that you can actually wear, your companion could wear a microphone, just clip to their shirt, and this would allow the microphone to stream to the miniTek and then right into the hearing aid. So whether I'm sitting right next to you or I'm at a far end of a table, you can hear me just like I'm right in your ears.
So I love this technology, but the question that I think some of our listeners are going to have is, how much does it cost? Is Medicare going to cover it? Is my insurance plan going to cover it? Tell us a little bit about the economics of this thing.
So the economics, key thing is you first start with working with a hearing care professional, an audiologist, or a licensed dispensing professional. And when it comes to cost, you're looking at, there's always different technology levels, whether we're at a very premium level or we can step down on the tiers of technology.
As you step down, does it start to get big and beige and whistle?
It does not start to get big and beige and whistle. This is what is nice for us, is I can still step down in technology level and keep it in some of the same size, same small size. We can get bigger when we get different levels, but we also want to keep as much technology in there as possible and still keep it cosmetic, because something discreet that makes you feel comfortable wearing it, we want you to enjoy wearing your hearing aids. And So with the different technology levels, that will impact the price. There's also how the hearing care professional may package things, what they may be working with, what's included with their services. So for a higher end, you could be looking around $2,500 to $3,500 and per instrument, and that can start to fall as the technology levels go down.
Okay, and assuming over the years it'll get better and cheaper, like all the rest of tech?
What actually starts to happen is that type of technology at that level point gets cheaper and cheaper, but newer stuff will come out that's going to do more and make
That'll
it even
replace the high
more
end.
convenient in more difficult situations.
Okay. Well, I have to say that I really love the advances, and I want to congratulate you on the award, which was for this app, and look forward to seeing what Siemens is going to do to keep on making hearing aids get tinier and tinier and better looking, or maybe just completely invisible. So thank you very much, Eric.
Thank you very much.